The story centers on Max Richardson, a 16-year-old with a problem unlike anyone else's. At birth, doctors discovered Max has a fatal trait. His face is so beautiful, so angelic that when someone sees him, they die. Because of this, Max has been isolated pretty much his whole life. He lives with bandages covering his face, with dark glasses, anything to avoid letting others see him. His parents do their best to protect him. He's homeschooled, kept away from the public as much as possible. Max has a best friend, Dan, who is one of the few people Max trusts and interacts with. Dan is more normal in the social sense, attends school, tries to date, and helps ground Max. Then there's Alex, a girl Max meets who has her own condition. She has a rare heart disease. When Alex feels strong emotions, happiness, anger, love, sadness, her heart grows because it can't properly process those emotions. Too much emotional stress could kill her. So she lives a very emotionally limited life by necessity. The story kicks off with Max living in isolation, therapy sessions, the daily struggles of hiding who he is, dealing with depression, longing for connection, and the guilt of what happens to people who see him. One day, Max is in a low point and contemplates suicide. He goes to a bridge ready to jump. At that moment, Alex appears in his life. She talks him down with this line, "You jump, I'll jump." It marks the start of their relationship. As they spend more time together, we see them share experiences and vulnerabilities. Alex is intrigued by Max's condition. Max is drawn to Alex's paradox, a life constrained by the fear of emotions. They embark on small adventures together. One memorable setting is the retirement home where Alex volunteers, a place where mortality is ever present, and where Max meets people dealing with Alzheimer's, aging, memory, and loss. That contrast shapes a lot of his internal journey. Then there are complications. Max's condition isn't just emotional or psychological, it has very real consequences. Bullies at school or social settings threaten to expose him. There's the constant tension of hiding his face. Alex's disease also forces her to restrain her emotional reactions. She must avoid letting her heart get too excited or too broken. Their relationship teeters on this edge of risk. As Max and Alex grow closer, trust builds, but so does the weight of what both are hiding. Alex sometimes risks taking her medication or suppressing it in order to feel something, to engage more fully. Max continues to hide, but he's also tempted to show his face, to be seen, to physically and emotionally connect. These choices bring tension. Alex takes Max to the retirement home where she volunteers. There, we meet Esther, who suffers from Alzheimer's and is trying to write a novel about her own decline. There's also Rosemary, an older resident who reflects on time, loss, and what it means to live with limitations. Through these interactions, Max begins to question his purpose. His lethal looks are a curse, but what life might he build, despite them? What does it mean to live if you can't truly be seen without risk? Meanwhile, external pressures mount. Max's best friend Dan, school dynamics, bully. At a school dance, things get bad. Bullies forcibly remove Max's mask, trying to expose him, which creates chaos. Alex also has health scares connected to her heart disease tied to her emotional experiences. Max's attempts to restrain himself fail at moments. Alex's resolve to suppress emotions begins to crack. Max also has moments of self-destruction. He's torn between living behind bandages and hiding, or risking everything to connect with Alex more fully. His parents try to protect him, but Max's own sense of isolation, guilt, and longing drive him toward taking bigger risks. One of the big things this movie wrestles with is identity versus isolation. Max's beauty is his curse. He's defined by what he looks like to others, or what others might do upon seeing him. He can't separate self from appearance. What life is possible if your core being causes disaster? On Alex's side, there's emotional suppression. Her disease forces her to shut off feelings for safety. Love, anger, joy, grief, all are risky. So when she begins to feel more for Max, her path becomes dangerous. There's also mortality versus risk. The retirement home scenes reinforce that life is finite. Aging, loss, Alzheimer's. They all mirror Alex's disease in some way. Her heart disease is physical, but so often metaphors of emotional risk echo throughout. Risk of loss, risk of pain, risk of exposing oneself. As we move toward the final act, the stakes for both Max and Alex are higher than ever. Alex is increasingly unable to follow her medical regime, her emotional engagement with Max is growing, and that's dangerous given her condition. Max is caught between his fear of hurting people and his desire to be human, to be loved, seen without hiding. Conflict escalates. Max has confrontations with school authorities when his mask is forcibly removed. Dan, his friend, is drawn into the fallout. Alex has to face whether she can keep living a life always holding back her emotions, or whether she allows herself to feel more, even though that could mean risking everything. Their relationship deepens. Moments of joy, fear, vulnerability, and love mix in. There's also the question, if no one can see you safely, is it better to stay hidden? Or, if living hidden means never loving or being loved, is that truly living? Thanks for watching. If you liked this, give the video a thumbs up, share, and subscribe for more recaps. What did you think of Max's dilemma? Could you live like that, beautiful enough to kill, but yearning to be seen? Drop your thoughts below. Until next time, keep watching, keep wondering.